All right, we are on the other side of this break, and this is Lowcountry Money Talk, where we're talking, well, everything that has to do with finances and what's going on in the current economy. It's a little bit of a tough picture, but that's okay. We're going to tell you how you can change that for yourself and make it a little bit better of a picture. We've got Phil Bloyd, who's joining us with Revolutionary Financial Group. We need you, Phil. You're the expert here.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
I can't take the summer off.
You can, no, unfortunately not.
It always happens at the worst time.
We really do need the piece of the puzzle here that's most important for our viewers, which is things aren't looking great.
Right.
Obviously, prices are high. Inflation is really getting us. Pretty much you're looking at S&P down 20%, NASDAQ down 30%. However, there are things that we can do about this, and we want to make sure that we focus on that.
Right.
I do want to back up a little bit. We are going to talk a little bit about what the end of the quarter looks like, corporate earnings, and what that tells us, whether or not we are entering a true recession. But let's talk about what's going on right now. So we're talking about, everything is down. Where are you in relationship to that? Are you performing better than the market or worse than the market?
Right.
But let's back it up to not very long ago when we were experiencing ups. We were feeling good. We were in a bull market 12, 13 years that lasted.
Sure. So if we take out the COVID a little bit, that's one of the longest running bull markets in the last 100 years. So during that time on the shows, if we look back, I was talking about, hey, how are you doing? How's your money? This is money talk. So we'll say, how's your money? So during that time, I could go up to anyone in particular and say, hey, how are your investments doing? How's your money performing? And they're like, great. And I'm like, in comparison to what? See, that's where we had the problem.
Right.
So we have this huge bull run, this bull market. And let's say at that time, maybe the S&P in a year may have been 27%. And your investments were performing 20.
Right.
And you thought, hey, they're doing great and this and that. And
I'm up.
Yeah, but we're not measuring them.
Yeah.
So now when things change, that really stands out like a sore thumb. So of course we can't go back in history, but it's really important that you measure those investments in good and bad times and know where you are instead of just saying, oh, well, I'm doing great, Because if I ask the same people these days, how's your money doing? They'll be like, are you kidding? But then again, in comparison to what?
Right.
So they're like, oh, I'm down 15 or 20%. I'm like, well, just remember, if we take 25 as an average, you're still doing better.
This is fascinating. I love the way that you explain this because it's true. If I'm up, I feel good. If I'm down, I feel bad, right? But that is not the way to look at your money. It is all about that benchmark. Where are you in relationship to the market?
Right.
So to your point, if we were up 20 and feeling good, but the S&P's up 27%, that's the time to really take a look and make that pivot. Now, it's okay if you didn't, right? Because you can still do it now. So if you're down more than the market, or even if you're down less than the market, but it's uncomfortable, we can do something about that.
Time horizon. So again, now's the time. Don't just say, well, I'm going to wait. It'll change eventually, this and that. We'll go over some statistics later about, how long the typical bear market runs and all these things. But why wait? No one's saying, hey, I need to sell out and go to cash. But obviously, if you're not performing down or up to the market standards, there needs to be some analysis done.
Right.
So that's where they need to call in to Rachel, get on the schedule, let's take a look, let's see where you are, let's do a comparison, but also let's look at time horizon, income, how much you need to take out, and all these other things.
Yeah, so if you're watching right now and maybe you're down more than the market, or you're down at all and you're uncomfortable about it, it's time to, or maybe you don't know. There's that too. That's when you want to give Rachel a call, do the full portfolio analysis, risk assessment, just see where you are so so you can pivot. And that's really what this is all about. We didn't get to corporate earnings or what really the recessionary picture looks like, but we still have half a show left.
We'll get to that next.
I'm glad we got to what we got to, though. That was important. We've got more important topics after this break. Stick with us.